Good evening. How are you today? Good. Good. May I confirm your name, sir? Dorian Gray? Is that your name? Correct. And may I confirm your age? You don't age at all. Okay, correct. Thank you. And for our records, please, what is your occupation? Young dandy. Okay. Thank you for confirming these details, and thank you for inviting us to your house for a cranial nerve examination of the soul. We are from my good books and we study the soul. In today's session, we are going to perform some tests on your soul. Is that okay? Are you happy with that? Okay, you've never been so happy. Brilliant, brilliant, thank you. So, today I will administer the tests and my friend here will be taking some notes. Is that okay? Okay, you're good with that. Thank you. All our questions today are directed towards your soul. So, is your soul in any kind of pain or discomfort? No, it's all okay, it's all good. It doesn't feel any pain. Okay. So, for your first test, we will show you some objects which will be moving in front of your eyes, and you have to say what your soul makes you think when you see the object. So, please take a look at this object, Mr. Gray. Can you see? Please focus on the object and let us know, what does it make you feel? You think it's very beautiful? Okay. Please take a closer look. What do you think? You think it's very, very beautiful. Okay. Okay. Now, please take a look at this other object. What do you think? You think it's hideous. Okay. If I show you this object closely, please take a look. What do you think now? Still very hideous. It's not beautiful at all. Okay, okay. Now we will do another object comparison test. For this, please take a look at these objects. Can you see? Yeah. And this one. Yeah. And this one. What do you think? What do these objects make you feel? You think they're very beautiful. You could spend days looking at these type of objects. Okay, okay. Now, please take a look at these three objects. What are your thoughts if you look at these? What do you think? You think they're hideous? Oh, okay. If we throw some light on them, do you see them differently? Anything different? No, you still think they're hideous. Okay. The next test is this soul chart. This is inspired by Snellen chart for the eye. Let me show you. So this chart is similar to the Snellen eye test chart, but this one is for the soul, and you can see there are all these different types of motifs here. So I will ask you to focus on one of these rows and let us know what your soul thinks. So please focus on this one. What do you see? Drama. Yes, correct. Your soul can easily find drama. Okay. And this one? What do you think? These are very well visible to your soul. You have a taste for juice and it has never left you. Okay. And what about this row here? What do you think? Once you collected the strangest music instruments from all parts of the world. Okay, very good. Now, this row here, please take a look. What are your thoughts on this row? Fate had in store for you exquisite joys and exquisite sorrows. Okay. And what about these rows? Can you read this? Not so well? Okay. Read as much as you can. You can only read some of these. Okay. What are your thoughts? To define is to limit, and you agree. And anything from this row here, this one. Complex passion. That's all. It's not very clear. Okay. And try this last row. Not visible to your soul at all. This one. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. This is all done. For your next test, we will show you images of some objects. Please take a look and they will slowly move closer, but keep focusing and let us know what you think. Okay? Okay. Please focus on the object. Keep looking. What does it make you think? Yes, it's a furry bee. That's correct. What do you think? Escape, distraction, avoidance. Okay, great. Thank you. The next object, please take a look. Focus on the object. What do you think? Yes, it is a luxurious armchair. You're right. What are your thoughts? Opulence, indulgence, splendor. Great. Thank you. Now, for the next object, please take a look. Keep focusing as it gets closer and closer. What do you think? Signifies something for you? Yes? Love? Innocence? Irony? Okay. Great. Thank you, Mr. Gray. You are doing really well. So, for your next exam, we will place this frame over here, and you will see an image of a person will appear in this frame, and you have to try and recognize this person and let us know what your soul thinks. So, here is the first person. Please focus on the face. Can you recall who she is? You can. She is Hetty Martin. Okay. And what are your thoughts about her? You broke her heart so that she can live like Perdita in her garden of mint and marigold. And what does your soul think of her? Nothing. Nothing at all. Okay? Thank you. You are doing very well. Please keep focusing on the frame. Here is the next person. Yes, please take a look. Can you see? Yeah, can you recall who she is? It's Sybil Vane. Yes, that's right. What are your thoughts? She lived her finest tragedy, I think. Okay. Any other thoughts? No, nothing else. Okay, great. Thank you. And one more for this test. Please take a look. Keep focusing. Can you see? Great. And do you recognize who this person is? Basil Hallward. Yes, correct. And what are your thoughts? What right had Basil to have spoken to you as he had done? Okay, sure. We got that. We got that. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Gray. You are doing really well. For our next test, we need to place this instrument right here. And we will show you some numbers, and then you have to tell us what your soul thinks about those numbers. Okay? It's a very simple test. So here is the first one. Can you see a number? You can. And what do you think about this number? Age at which the pulse of joy beats in us. Okay. Now, this one. What do you think of this? 27, yes. Opera box, a drama, a Jacobean tragedy. And this one over here, 7, yes. And what can you think about that? What does that remind you? 7 p.m. A wonderful evening in monstrous London. Okay, thanks. And this number, can you read? 9, yes. The number of copies of the yellow book you had for different moods. Okay. Thank you. This one. One solitary star, a copper green sky gleaming through the windows. Okay, thanks. And one last one for today. Can you read? Yes, 38. What can you remember? A cold and foggy night. Okay, thank you. Thanks. So these tests are done. Thank you very much. For your next test, we will give you some perfumed solutions to smell, and you can tell us what they remind you of. So take these strips and I will dip in the solution like so, and now you can smell. What does this remind you of? Great cool lilac blossoms. Yes, correct. And what do you think? Nothing can cure the soul but the senses. Okay. Now the next one. Try to smell this and tell us, what does that remind you? Covent Garden, cards filled with nodding lilies. Okay, and what does that remind you of? Anodyne for pain. Okay, anodyne for pain. Thank you, my friend has noted it. And one last one for today is this aroma, this perfume. There you go. What do you think this one smells like? Aloe vera, that is correct. Yes. And what do you think about it? It can expel melancholy from the soul. Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much. Now I will place this little bowl here, and in this bowl I will add this cotton patch, and on this patch I will drop a flavor, and you have to let me know what this flavor is. So what do you think this flavor is? Yes, black coffee, correct. What does it mean for your soul? Can you describe? It all depends on how and in what type of setting it is served. So please try this next one. Okay. Yes, it is tea. Much better than sitting for a portrait, do you think? Okay, of course. Thank you. And one last one for today. What do you think of this particular flavor? Pomegranate. Yes, correct. This reminds you of a book that you once read. It had pomegranates on the cover. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Gray. You are doing really well. Now, for this next test, we have this bell, and we will be ringing this bell very gently, and you have to tell us what does it remind you of. Is that okay? Yeah, okay, great. So, what does that remind you? Bell ringing reminds you of your valet, your manservant. Okay. What do you think? You suspect he spies on you. It's a horrible thing to have a spy in your house. Okay. And listen again. What do you think? Anything else? You can give curious concerts with Wilde music playing. Sure, okay, thank you, great. Now we are coming to the last part of this exam. This is called the Window to the Soul test, and in this test we will use this instrument to observe your eyes, because eyes are considered as a window to the soul, and as we look at your eyes we will take some readings. Is that okay? Okay, so I will ask you to slightly move to the center for this exam, please. Thank you, that's absolutely perfect. Now, in order to prepare you for this test, I will show you a light, and the light will move. So please make sure that you follow the light and move your eyes according to the light. Are you ready? Yes. So please keep looking at the light and follow the light. Yes, you're doing good. Please keep following the light. Great. Now you are prepared. If you please look into this frame, and please keep looking straight ahead while we make some observations. Yes, thank you. Okay, I will take some readings and I will dictate to my friend so they can note. Thank you. Yes, there would be a day when his face would be wrinkled and wizen, his eyes dim and colourless, the grace of his figure broken and deformed. The scarlet would pass away from his lips, and the gold steal from his hair. The life that was to make, his soul would mar his body. He would become dreadful, hideous, and uncouth. Now, same with the other eye. Please keep looking straight ahead. Okay? A sense of infinite pity, not for himself, but for the painted image of himself came over him. It had altered already, and would alter more. Its gold would wither into grey, its red and white roses would die. For every sin that he committed, a stain would fleck and wreck its fairness. But he would not sin. The picture, changed or unchanged, would be him, the visible emblem of conscience. Thank you, and one quick look with this lens. Yes. As he rode home, his eyes were full of tears, for he knew he was safe. Okay, thank you. Well, that's great. Thank you, Mr. Gray. That will be all for today. All your tests are done, and we have some recommendations that my friend and I will write down, and we will send you the report in the post. Is that okay? Yeah, sure. We will mark it private and confidential only for your eyes. Okay. Thank you. So, my reading loves, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you for taking notes of the cranial nerve exam for the soul for Dorian Gray. Please remember to subscribe, like, and you are always in my good books. See you soon.